And to let everyone know why the creation of the Noisy Chair happened, well, people wanted to share their story, concerns, and being loud. Well, I'm here to listen, have an opinion, and talk to people. That's what this is all about. My name is Dave, aka DJ Dave. Love being part of a new journey with amazing people on my podcast. So welcome, everyone. So everyone's all ready to go? You guys all good?
Oh,
okay, Mel, if you put the microphone a little closer to you, just bring it right up to you. Bring it right up to you. Be comfortable. So welcome, everyone, to the studio. Thanks to all for taking time out of your busy schedule to be here. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Thank you for having us.
Hey, my pleasure, man. My pleasure. I've been wanting to get you guys on. Melanie, I've been wanting to get you on the show for a bazillion years. Just to spin there on the DJ, do a live set, and we can sit down and talk and shoot the shit. And now you're here, so it's great.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my God, it's a pleasure to have you guys. Here we have one Level 1 Entertainment Group with me tonight, and I'm excited to see a proper entertainment group surface in Toronto. I mean, there are lots of wannabes out there and guys and girls that want to join a group and think they're gonna control everything. It's not about control. It's about just playing the proper tunes, the proper crowd.
Absolutely.
Getting to know. Paul is great at promoting, at recruiting. He's good at he's very well connected. You guys are very well connected. So combine the forces together, man. You guys have a top-notch group. So
Thank you.
yeah,
Thank you.
Thanks.
But don't kid yourself. It's a lot of hard work.
Of course it is, man.
Bringing in a team was a lot better than doing this on my own 2 years ago.
Right.
So having the
This
proper
this
team,
doesn't just come to you. You work hard for it. Everybody works hard for it, right?
absolutely.
So I'm going to introduce Paul. Why don't you introduce the whole team?
Well, okay. To my right is the ever lovely Queen Bee of One Level 1 Entertainment, DJ Melanie Sutherland.
Yay.
Yes.
And have to give her a round of applause.
Yeah, of course.
And
See?
to her right is a real OG, like myself, someone who's been around a very long time. Sam Caravella, a.k.a. DJ Stylus.
AKA
in the house.
Rebel
In
Vibes.
the house.
In the house. And,
Yes.
Have
these two.
multi-aliases.
Hey, man. That's part of the music life, So
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Nikki Atana could not be here, and Sean Grant could not be
Okay.
here. They had other commitments to take
Yep.
care of, but they send their love and best wishes, and they're here in spirit.
Of course, and we'll get them back. We'll get you guys back on again
Absolutely.
and go through what get Sean and Nikki on the line, and we'll go through that and just have a good time. So listen, Paul, I'm going to start with you because you're the co-founder of this company. You and the late great Pietro, created this company.
R.I.P. Pietro.
Yes, rest in peace, Pietro. Is genuine soul back then, from Jams for Jason and
And I still miss him. We still miss him to this day.
Every day.
fucking
Every day.
100%, man.
Every day.
Like
There's
he's
probably
here with us.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. There's not one day where you don't think about that person.
I won't lie. When I'm DJing, even though I got Sam and Melanie and Sean and sometimes Nikki right by us when we're playing, I still see Pietro right next to me when I'm just closing my eyes.
Respect, man. Of course,
losing
buddy.
it while I'm playing.
Yeah, man.
Because I could see him just pat me on the back saying,
Yeah.
"You got this, bro. You got this. I taught you well."
Yeah.
Because I won't lie, Pietro made me a better DJ. Pietro made me a better human being. Like
Right.
that guy was. We weren't just DJs together and promoters and co-founders. We were like brothers. So
Right.
that guy made me a better human being.
Right.
So that's when I miss him. Like not just part of the company, but his spirit, his vibe. He had a way of making things better. If you were going through a tough time, he had a way to make you smile, and he was there to lend his ear, even when he was sick, to pull you through.
Yeah, man. He touched everybody.
Yeah.
So each one of us cannot say we weren't touched by him in one way or another. From his music, of his remixes and his productions to just like calling up and say, "Hey, man, have a fucking great show tonight," or whatever it may be. Right. So we'll always remember him for sure. But Paul, tell it just to go back. I mean, I'm not going to touch on anything that from the back in the Pietro days. I mean, it's always going to be in your heart, so it's not a problem. Starting the company, just tell us a bit, about the formation of the group and how you got started in this.
Oh, okay. I was with a previous team. He was with a previous team.
Right.
But we always felt like, no matter how much work we could do and no matter how much work we put in and how hard we tried and how much we practiced, we were at a certain level and we were stagnant. And no matter what we could do, we would never rise above that low-level status. So I looked at Pietro. Pietro looked at me and had said to him, and this was before we became roommates in 2017. We not only became roommates, but I told him what I had an idea, start a new crew. Instead of being the guys that, okay, we need a filler DJ or a filler promoter, well, let's toss this guy a bone. Why don't we start our own group? And instead of being, how would I say it, either very selective or very cliquey, we start our own clique, but we allow everybody to be a part of it. And Pietro said, how do we do that? I said, well, first off, we start our own promotional group.
Right.
And we base it on everybody being on the same level. And that's exactly how One Level One started. I said, we need something that tells everybody that we're all on the same level. No matter how high this company grows or how big this group gets, we're all on the same level. Why? Because I bleed the same blood as her.
Right.
I bleed this blade.
Nobody is high and mighty, right?
Exactly.
And no one should be.
You could be a CEO or you could be a janitor.
Right.
But you're still human beings. And we wanted to base our promotional group on that theory that we're all at the same level. We're all human, one love.
Right.
So One Level One was more meant for one love, one beat, one people.
Right.
So we decided to call it One Level One. And people couldn't understand at the beginning when we created that promotional group, but we had to describe it. And once we explained the theory behind it, people were like, holy cow, man. Like, I can't believe you guys came up with this idea. But shout out to Tanya Pompilio for not only creating the logo, but more of she helped us to get that message out there.
Right.
And then One Level One was formed, and we started throwing little parties at Control Room. Shout out to Hubert at Control Room, because we wanted to not only feature us, we wanted to let other people come in and play with us and join us in a studio where sometimes we'd get 5 people, sometimes you get 40, 50 people. You can ask Melanie and Sam, who's played a couple of the jams there, was so freaking rammed that people had to step outside for air because it was so packed. But we had a wide variety of DJs that showed up to those Control Room parties. I give a newbie or just a DJ looking to break through into the scene an opportunity to play with a veteran. And I'm lucky. I have a lot of veteran DJ friends who, they're not doing anything on a Saturday night, just chilling. Hey, come play a Control Room with us and allow this person who's just getting into the scene or getting back into the scene to join you.
Right.
And then from those parties, the word got around that, hey, Paulo Pietro, these One Level One guys, they're good DJs, good promoters, and they're actually good people. So in 2017, when we started, by mid to end 2017, we already caught the attention of more than a few Toronto established promoters who started giving us gig opportunities. And then from 2018, I said to Pietro, listen, as we grow, we're going to step into new things, and we're gonna do new events. And it just picked up from there.
Right. And then obviously it has picked up because you see about it, you hear about it. The only thing that obviously we all started going on a big high before COVID. Everything's been great, and then the entertainment industry just fucking shut right down, killed everybody, killed a lot of the people that a lot of the clubs, a lot of the bars, lounges, and that affects your business, affects everyone's business, right? So we just thought, okay, you know what? And in the end, in fact, even though like I don't DJ full time as much as I'd love to, that would never have happened during COVID. It's because no one's having these parties anymore. So it's all online. We created this Twitch program. We created this whole industry of helping people out and that sort of stuff. So we use your there's my dog. She likes to come in here and just hang out. So she's good.
Very tame.
She doesn't shed. So you're good? You want me to kick her out? So, when it comes to the COVID side of things, it dropped a lot of business out of the way. And it weeded a lot of people out that were not good people, but also it did not help the good people in this business. So,
well, you gotta keep in mind a lot of these venues that were open back then, they were very busy, and when COVID happened and everything was forced to be shut down, half of the nightclubs that were in Toronto that were especially
died right out.
75%
of the industry died right out.
It died. Okay? Now there were. I'm not going to lie to you. there were some events happening. You
Right.
know it. I know it. We all know it. There were some events happening during COVID because there's no way you're going to tell, how many millions of people in Ontario. You got to stay inside. You got to mask up. You got to just become a zombie.
No, of course. I mean,
You couldn't do
of
that.
course, no, you can't. And so that now we're going to fast forward a bit. Thank God that whole bullshit ended.
It's
and
over, yeah, thank
it's
God.
over,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So and we're back. Now we're back in the swing of things. So we're excited to come out. We're excited to play music. We're excited to play fucking anywhere right now. Okay. So a lot of places that could afford to come back, or just resurface or build a new business like Wilga Room. Hubert was great. He sustained through that, and people use his control room for, live streaming and whatever it may be. But what my point is that, we're seeing a new level of people that survived and that are coming out and coming together and just enjoying being together as a group or as a DJ and playing proper parties, right? So, you'd have like, but what I noticed, and I try to support everybody, it's so fucking hard to just get out to everyone's parties,
Appreciate you, Dave.
No, I wasn't, I love to come out and see you guys, and I'm trying to find time and,
Listen, if you got a family, you got a job.
Oh,
you got things
that's the
going on in
thing.
your life,
You
that's
got
what
it. The
happens.
balance is there, and you can't disrupt the balance sometimes. So I get it. So I try to go as much as I can. But anyways, I'm gonna come up to more of your parties. But so my whole point is that good people come together and they work as one. Those are the people that I think are going to do quite well for themselves because of the fact that now you have this big team. You have good ammunition. You have good genres of music, and you're well connected with people in the industry. Same with Nikki and Sean. I'm not gonna not include them in there. Everyone's got a group. Everyone's got a good following of people, right? So it is great to stick together and continue on and find these places where you can go and have these parties, whether they're not going to make you any money. Sometimes you do a party that's just more of like, let's get everyone together. Bring the love back to the music, and then later on you get those connections, you get those networking, and it just all of a sudden starts to branch off, and you get parties here and there and so forth. So, Melanie,
Yes.
you nervous?
Nah.
Nah, good. See, fuck, you're great.
Yay.
You're great. Good for you, man. Known each other for many years, and so what I wanted to talk to you about was, tell us a bit. And I'm just going to let you talk. Be comfortable talking about yourself, just like of what you've, your music background, DJing. Mainly, what I want to talk about. How did you get into this industry?
Back in 2008, a friend suggested I try DJing, so I called a friend from high school who had some turntables in a shed, and they would just give me a box of 45 records and let me play every Sunday afternoon, until I got good enough that I started getting gigs, and I had to branch off into some house music because house music is where my heart is. And basically from there I just started getting gigs, and eventually Sam introduced me to Paul Alfano,
Yeah.
and I was so lucky that we just vibed together, and the new One Level One was born.
Right, for sure. So pre 2008, you had no experience in DJing.
Pre-2008, I was going to events like Industry,
Right.
Exit to Eden,
Right.
and when I was in my early 20s, and it was the late 90s, I would just go to the parties. I would like DJ Sneak, Derek Carter, Peter and Tyrone. Now I get to play with these people.
Right. Is that fucking cool?
DJ Sneak's coming up on
Right.
July.
Yeah, Canada
July
Day, right?
1st.
Right. So this will be
So
cool.
excited.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
We'll talk about that.
That's my dream come true.
Yeah.
Absolute
Oh, is
dream
it?
come true. Number one DJ I've always wanted to play with is
Mine
DJ
too.
Sneak.
You know what? You mentioned that before, and you said, fucking Sneak. If we can get him on a live stream, and which was kind of hard
He's my
back then.
number one
Yeah.
DJ, so I'm making my dreams come true.
It's good, man. It's good. That's great. And you're always into the house genre.
I love house music, but I
Yeah.
play multiple genres.
Right.
I can play reggae, hip hop,
Right.
R&B. I like world sounds,
Yeah.
Afrobeats.
Sure. For sure. Sometimes you just got to be diverse with your music, and you got to play where you got to play, right? So, house music is in my blood, but the parties that pay great money are the parties that just want open format, and I'll play it all day long, no problem. Mixes, whatever it can be. But yeah, I mean, house music is always what you want to be. To me, I fucking love house music from everything, like every single genre, subgenre, everything about it. It's a different feel than just your normal
House
mainstream.
is a feeling.
Right? It's right. You said a house is a feeling. So, but that's good, Melanie. It's great that you're you're into it.
I love house music. Forever.
No, but and the DJing part, like I love watching you when you're DJing. You're in
She's
your
a
zone,
vibe.
She's a beast.
right? She's a vibe, and
She's a
Let me
vibe.
tell you,
Right.
Dave, she's a beast. And the very first time she proved it in my eyes to the masses was when, right at the beginning of 2023, Takeen messaged me. He wanted One Level One to play and open up for this DJ superstar out of the UK named Maxine. And I told Takeen I got the perfect opener, Melanie Sutherland. And he said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah, you give it to Melanie and you just let her go."
yeah,
And Melanie walked in and she played from, I think it was 10 o'clock till about 12:30 at night. Takeen was half an hour late showing up with Maxine. And by the time Takeen went on, the dance floor was so rammed. And she had her eyes closed half the time because she was so lost in the vibe.
I was in my zone.
She was
that
in
was
the
my
That's
best set I've
exactly
ever had
where you
by
gotta
far.
be.
What a
That was
beast.
my best set. You were there, right?
I gotta
Of
tell you,
course I
this
was
is
there.
no knock to anybody else.
Yeah.
So many people came up to me that night and said, "Who the hell was that?" She was on fire.
Yeah.
That was the best set of the night. I said, "That's Melanie Sutherland."
right.
That was my best set ever live.
I believe you. I believe you. Every single fucking set you do is great.
Thank you, Dave.
Okay.
You saw me from when I first started.
From when you were live streaming on my channel, from everywhere, and you hate live streaming.
I don't live stream anymore.
Right?
I don't
So I'm
listen.
honored to have you live stream from my
This is
channel years
You're
ago.
not gonna see. much
You
live stream
had
other
to
than
see
this.
her. You had to see. She
Oh,
had-
no, of course,
She
man.
was
When I'm live,
3 decks.
it's different.
Right.
It was
Oh, yeah.
unreal to see.
Of course, man. Of course, you're in your element, and I love that. I love that when you're so comfortable that you're there, and when you're opening up for someone that big, and the choice of music to get the people going, it's obviously something to think about rather than just going and trying to see if you can light the fucking place up, because that's not going to work, right? Because that DJ that's coming on is supposed to carry on and continue on what you've done and then just light it up. But if you can set the vibe and get the shit going, and people just, they're building it, and you're building they're just building their love, for you and the music, then you've done your job, right? So it's
the
tough.
Best job. I love my job. I love my teammates.
Good. That's good. That's awesome, man. Melanie, that's great. We'll come back. We're gonna come back and talk more about you, Sam.
Oh, yeah.
What up, brother?
How's it going? Thanks for having me.
Hey, man. Listen, it's great to have you on, and I think we've worked together back. I don't know if you were on a live stream with me.
Yeah, I did.
Like-
I did do a live stream.
Right. I think it was Music Unite back in April when
Yes.
COVID hit.
Yeah.
Which
Played
is
a reggae
great.
set.
All right. That's right.
Yeah,
That's
played
right.
a reggae set. Paul, you okay?
Marley scared the crap out of me.
She's just a loving dog. She doesn't do anything. If you want me to,
So cute.
if you want me to get her out of here, I can get her out of here.
No, no,
You know.
no.
She means no harm, buddy.
She's so cute.
I forgot she was under the table.
You wish your girl was under the table. Anyways,
That's for another show.
That's the after hours.
yeah, that's the after party, the after podcast. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Sam, listen, man, it was we've done some work together in the past. You're obviously into a lot of different genres,
Oh, yeah.
but what's your love? Reggae's your love?
Oh, I can't even say that. Like, I have love for house, obviously. Reggae, jungle, drum and bass.
Yeah.
The whole Latin.
Right.
Like the reggaeton, all that. Like, I'm very open
Yeah.
format.
That's
so I
awesome.
try to play, like, the best of the best.
Right.
You
Yeah,
know?
man, that's good. That's good. Where did you tell us a bit about you, man? When did you start this journey, buddy?
I started in 1993, 94. So yeah, I actually started first playing Euro and freestyle.
Wow.
That was my.
Listen, I got a love for freestyle, man.
Yeah.
I still have a love for freestyle. I know you do, man. Fuck you
I
do.
love freestyle.
You know,
but
we actually-
Euro's the reason why I stepped away from DJing.
Yeah, we actually played a good set this past weekend. Yeah, it was good. It was a good time this past weekend
Yeah, we
at
had
Camp Wiggly.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I started in 93, 94, around that. I was in high school, and there was this guy, Don Dixon. Shout out to Don Dixon. He's the one that pretty much inspired me to get
Awesome,
into,
man. Big up to Don.
Yeah. He had this little dollar store. So me and a buddy of mine, Dave, we used to go there on our lunches, and he used to bring his turntables. Donnie used to bring his turntables, and we used to just spin it up. And then from that, I was just like, okay, I got to be a DJ.
Yeah.
I want to be a DJ. Then went through the whole, like the rave scene, and that's when I
Right.
fell in love with like house music. Because I was like mainly spinning like reggae. I got into like the whole thing, and yeah, now
Reggae is still fucking beautiful music.
I love it.
love
I love
reggae,
it.
man.
I love it. I
It's
love
probably it's probably one of my tops genres
Yeah.
to listen. I mean, I love Jamaica. You love Jamaica.
We're actually going
Jamaica.
in October. We're taking a trip to Jamaica.
I love Jamaica.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I might just join you guys. Never
Man.
mind.
Yeah.
It's too bad that you weren't like. I thought you were on the side that where I told you to talk to my buddy out there
Rio?
at the Rio, but I
Rio's my favorite.
fucking love Jamaica.
yeah.
I love it. I love going to the little towns, you know, and just chilling and smoking and drinking and eating and
chicken.
yeah,
Oh,
you know, I'm telling you,
cannabis.
man. Of course.
Canada, you have no idea. You're so North Americanized when it comes to your jerk chicken. I went to a cookout when I went to Jamaica in 2016, and that jerk chicken was the hottest I've ever tried in my life, but so full of flavor. Like, I was sweating, and these Jamaicans were laughing as I was sweating, but they asked me, you know, are you good? I said, oh my God, this is like the best jerk
Right.
chicken I tried in my life. But we're so North Americanized here, it's not the same flavor as if you eat it
Yeah,
while you're there.
you know,
yeah.
you can still go to. You can still find a like a proper jerk.
Well, look,
you
if,
can find,
if you're
you
going
know,
to somebody's house, then
right,
yeah.
right.
No, the best jerk chicken is at Sugarcane on the dance floor. By
Oh,
out to
big
Sugar
shout
Cane.
out! Look
Shameless
at
plug.
that.
Daniel
Shameless
B.
plug.
Styles for turning me on to Sugarcane Best. They have jerk chicken fettuccine Alfredo.
Oh.
It's unbelievable.
Wow.
No, it's the
Guys.
corn. The corn.
And jerk corn, I'm telling you.
Jerk
please
corn,
go
oh
to
my
Sugar
God.
Cane
Yeah.
Restaurant.
Oh, man.
I am not
Coconut all
sponsored
over
by
it.
them. I love Sugarcane on the dance floor.
Big up, man.
Now-
I love that.
Now, if while you're speaking with Sam, here's something that you didn't know about Sam. I met Sam in 2012 when I just produced my first album with Mark Pompeo, and he was the main DJ at this place, really popular place where he lived, and I lived for a while too, called Club Ash. And Sam always started out with house music because house music was his baby. And when I asked him, and he said, man, I love house music. But I know when I play at Club Ash, it starts off with house, then it goes to hip hop, then it goes to reggae. So a lot of people didn't know this guy was the guy who controlled the reggae scene up in the city where
Barrie,
he lived.
yeah, in Barrie.
Right up in Barrie. Sam was the
Yes.
guy.
If you ask
Ash
anybody in
was the
Barrie,
club.
I have the reggae down pat over there.
So Rebel Vibes.
It's actually DJ Stylist.
Stylist,
That's where I
okay.
go by. Rebel Vibes, I kind of created that just because I had a following with DJ Stylist and Mentally Disturbed Sound. So I didn't want to confuse everybody. So
Right.
when they seen me on the flyer, like if they would have seen DJ Stylist or Mentally Disturbed Sound, they would think that I'm playing the urban,
Right.
right? So that's
Right.
I kind of created this whole Rebel Vibes thing
Yeah,
just
for
so
sure.
that for the whole electronic genres,
Right.
like the jungle and the house and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So at least when they seen Rebel Vibes, they were like, okay, he's playing house or jungle or drum and bass
Yeah,
or
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Cool, man. Cool. And then from there, what? Tell me a bit more. Like from that.
I've been everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like playing like it doesn't matter like either the reggae or like house or jungle or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
I play. Yeah.
You think Toronto has? You
growing
think,
up in the night, like in the whole rave scene, like the back
Right.
in the day thing. So
Yeah.
like, that's when I fell in love with everything. Like all the genres.
Listen, I hear you, man. I've been in the rave scene.
It was
I've-
hard. It was like so hard for me to stay in the house room and then like
Yeah.
I would go in the jungle room
Yeah.
because there was like all these huge DJs that
Right.
like, I loved. So
You think there's a big following in Toronto for drum and bass?
Oh yeah,
Really,
yeah.
yeah?
Shout out to Marcus Visionary. He's the king of the drum and bass scene.
Nice. You know,
And Lush. They're awesome.
right on,
Yeah.
right on.
Yeah,
You know, I
my favorites.
I listen. I love the passion for drum and bass. I can never play it.
It's actually I find it a lot easier.
Really, eh? Like we're
it's a
talking
lot
about like
easier.
168, 170.
I have it like halftime of that. So like when I play, it's usually like, but it's, the 160.
Yeah, it's pretty high in the BPMs, right? So to me, it's like, fuck. I mean, I love
double
it.
time. It's all it's double time.
I enjoy it, but I mean, I don't know, man. I can't. I don't know. I love it. I just can't play it. You know.
I'm the
You
same
could
way.
if you tried. If you,
You could.
practiced a
You
bit,
could.
I can play it now.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
you know what? I
Just
probably could if
started,
I
but
practiced.
can play it
Sure.
now. I'm
Go
good.
with jungle though. Honestly,
It's all about the
Jungle.
raga jungle.
Oh, my God,
jungle,
Jesus.
if you know how to play reggae, you could
Yeah.
pretty much master jungle. And that's why I wasn't.
man, I
the
love
biggest
playing
D&B
reggae. Love
guy,
it.
But I played a lot of reggae in the '90s. But to
Yeah.
me, if I had to choose between D&B,
Those are the best
jungle,
years. Oh, I
Yeah.
miss the
Jungle,
90s.
jungle would have been the thing I would have played because
Yeah.
holy smokes, man!
You know what I love? I love, you know, I love Afro.
Oh, yeah.
I love that. I just love that vibe, the beat. I just love that. You know, the drums and just fucking love it. Again, you know, like I love the thinking about business side of things because I'm a crazy entrepreneur. I love fucking finding ways of making money and having and helping people out. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try to open up some lounges. I'm gonna have some. I got some big boys with me that want to spend some money, get a few lounges going. But when you come to think of it, you know, the music and the DJs are gonna be fire, okay, fire. But the problem is that not a lot of people drink when they go to places like that.
Yes.
Okay. And alcohol is what really keeps those businesses flowing. Money. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you have like a chill house or a lounge or, you know, that style of vibe, you know, alcohol sales aren't gonna be the greatest, you know, but when
Can't sustain.
you can't. But when you do get like the high tempo, like DMB, and you get jungle, and you get like, you know, even open format, just play fucking crazy music that people are dancing and sweating, they want to drink, they're gonna start buying drinks. So, you know, we're talking about it and I thought, fuck, you know, there's places that are around, and my buddy has we talked about, you know, a place for Sundays, and we'll talk about that if you want to talk about that.
Eventually.
Yeah, you know, so, but there are places out there, and there's people that want to go to these places and let loose. I was just talking to a friend of mine, and she said, and she's like our age, and she's a pure fucking house head. I love her. Big up to Sharon Edwards. She's fucking awesome. She beat cancer. She's fucking
Good for
loving
you,
it, man.
Sharon.
She's fucking,
Big
oh
up.
yeah, fucking love her. Love her. Yes.
Fuck cancer.
Oh yeah, fuck you, cancer. So she's got that in the go. Anyways, she loves my soulful house sets. She just loves that type of music. But problem is that she can't go to these parties every single Saturday night, Friday, Saturday nights, right? So it's tough for people our age. She says, I'd rather see a daytime, like a Sunday, or a Saturday afternoon. She'll grab like 30 of her house friends and she'll come to a pop-up event, and she'll just go and she'll just drink all day, and they're done. That's what they'd rather have. One of the odd time to come out a Saturday night or Friday night to come out, right? But to go all the time, I think mixing it up like that is a fucking next stage of this whole industry. I'm telling you.
Well,
you know,
up until COVID, there were three different types of parties that ruled on a Sunday. You had Promise Cherry Beach.
Right.
That was more of the techno vibe. But they did, up to a point, feature a lot of Toronto local talent. Not so much anymore, which is shameful. But I still, you know, I know David and I know Irving. They still run a good show.
Right.
I only wish they would just open up and invite more of the local talent who's really put out the work to come play for them. Then Box of Kittens, they do Sunday socials, and shout out to the guys from Box of Kittens. They throw some really good parties, but it's only like, I'm not sure if it's every weekend or once a month, but when they do it, it sells out, and it's a good vibe. But the best parties for a Sunday was Rob the Boom and Geo when they threw Secret Garden at Joe
big
Burns.
up to those guys,
Yeah,
man. Big up to man, though.
There
I tell
was
you.
nothing like it, and those guys for like 2-3 years easy really controlled the vibe on a Sunday, because there's nothing like sitting at a patio overlooking Lake Ontario right by the boulevard, and at 9-10 o'clock at night when the sun comes down and that area is jammed like no tomorrow,
And you've
to
got
control
killer
that vibe.
music, and you got killer music in the background, and
And
the vibe is amazing. The vibe's
and
crazy, man. It's
free.
crazy.
It was free to get in.
Yeah.
All you had to do was get there, park, and just go enjoy yourself.
Right.
The food was good,
Right.
but the vibe was so good.
Yeah.
There were nights that place was so slammed that they didn't have enough bar staff to take care of the crowd that
Right.
was coming in because it was just that good.
And they had other DJs that came down.
Oh, dude,
Sneak was
there
there.
was a
Sneak did a
who-
set. They remember? I think Sneak was there.
Even what's his
Oh,
name?
yeah,
No,
DJ Sneak was at Palais Royale.
Palais Royale.
Right, okay.
They did the
Palais Royale.
Oh, was it Palais Royale? Okay.
Look, they had Jelly Bean Benitez, the guy who discovered Madonna, come play at Secret Garden.
Yeah.
Like they had
crazy,
defected
man. I love
artists
that. I
come
love
play
that.
at Secret Garden. They
Right.
had the Toronto's Who's Who. Like even
Right.
Flipside celebrated his birthday
Oh, yeah.
playing his set at Secret Garden.
Right.
It was rammed with the industry people. But it was so good. When that stopped, when COVID came and
Mm-hmm.
everything got shut down, coming back to it with all these rules and restrictions, it was so hard to maintain or sustain that kind of vibe because it wasn't that people didn't want to come out, it's bars didn't want to take the chance. So
Right.
now, would we be down for doing something on a Sunday? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But we as a team and you, and we'd have to get the right teams together to put on a party like that because believe it or not, it takes a lot of work to even put in a small event. It's a lot of work
Sure it
and
does.
a lot from a group effort.
Of course it is.
To make it successful.
Yeah, no, of course, and as we talked about offline days ago, I mean, like days like that where, having an afternoon, even afternoon,
4 to 11,
whatever
oh
it
my
may
God.
be,
Like,
I think
there's
that
so much potential.
you get
Beats
it.
by the Lake is coming up this Saturday, and I'm DJing by the lake.
Talk
for
about
Heart
it.
House
Talk about
and
it, man.
Space Disco Records at 5:00. Beats
Okay.
by the Lake.
Nice, nice,
She's playing at the Beats by the Lake this Saturday.
awesome.
But
Keating
there,
Channel Pub.
how about that, eh? Let's shout out to Beats by the Lake.
That's
you,
it. Beats
Space
by the Lake.
Disco Records.
Yes, for sure.
And Hot House.
Hot House.
Absolutely. they're
Fuck,
amazing.
I was there. I was
Hot
there.
dish.
Oh, Hot Dish. Wow.
Oh, not Hot House.
No, it's hot dish.
Okay, well, listen, Hot House
Dish.
downtown is a fucking great restaurant, and they have a lot of DJs that go
Hot
through
House
there,
used to
man.
be a club way back in the day at Eglinton and Weston Road. For
No,
those
man,
who
like
remember.
downtown, like I think Front and Jarvis, whatever it is.
Yep, still
That's
there.
fucking. That place is awesome, man. So when you said Hot House, I'm like, oh fuck, that's a great place.
Sorry, I meant Hot Dish House.
It's okay. Big up to Hot Dish.
Thank you.
Sam, where are you playing?
Oh, oof. I'm with these guys. Play up in Barrie, plays
Yeah.
Ascent Lounge, but I'm mostly down here now.
Yeah.
He's playing Canada Day with us with
Yeah,
DJ
right on.
Sneak.
DJ
Right on.
Sneak. There's so many parties.
Yeah,
Oh,
man. Listen,
We
that's
booked every Sunday. Like
Yeah.
we're booked for 9 weeks straight and on Sundays.
Nice.
We're doing real good.
awesome, and that's how it should be. Now, how do you guys distribute your music and your parties? Like, who organizes or who finds these parties and says, okay, I'm gonna book Sam, I'm gonna book Mel, I'm gonna book Nick, I'm gonna book Sean? Is that you?
When it comes to a one level one party
Right.
or a one level one co-promoted party, I'm usually the guy they reach out to. Like
Right.
if it's Rob throwing the party,
Right.
or Takeen throwing the party, or even if it's Yogi, I've done business with
Right.
Yogi before. There's a few other cats. They reach out to me and say, hey, listen, I'd like to get you and your team involved.
Right.
They'll tell me the scenario. They'll tell me the type of party. Then I reach out to the gang and I
Whoever's
ask them
available,
who's
like-
available.
Right.
This is the kind of vibe. For example, when I was reached out about DJ Maxine, what I did was I reached out to the group to see who was available. But then I said, listen to her sound, listen to her sets, and then after discussion, we said, okay, listen, this gig is perfect for Melanie.
Melanie,
It
yeah.
was
Right.
made for
So
me.
it was made for Melanie. So when Takeen, to be honest, Takeen originally wanted me to play, but I said, this is not me.
Right.
But this is definitely Melanie.
Thank
Give-
you, Takeen.
Yeah,
Paul.
thanks to Takeen. And Takeen was not disappointed when
Yeah.
he came in the club with Maxine, and he saw Melanie controlling about 120 to 150 people on the dance floor, jamming to her, and she had her eyes closed while she was playing on 3 decks.
Right.
Like she was controlling that vibe.
Okay.
That's the kind of gigs we take. Like if,
Right.
if someone approaches me and says, "Listen, I need a Raga Jungle DJ."
Yeah.
Okay, I know who to call. We're down to help out. I'm gonna reach out to Sam. Sam, this is your moment. Come and play. But if we're playing any other gigs, since we have 4 members and one that's rotating, when she's available, we reach out to the gang and say, listen, who's available on this day?
Who does your open formats if someone says I want to do open formats?
Okay.
Any of us could do it.
Any of us could do it. But there's two guys I know for sure that can master because they've done it for like throughout their whole DJ career. That's Sam and Sean. But those two guys could play open format like it's nobody
business.
business.
As well. We just prefer.
We
we
prefer our
for
house
sure.
music.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
for sure.
So give it to the guys that I know that've been doing it for
Right.
years for open format.
Yeah.
But Melanie and I and Nikki too. It's like give us house, give us underground, and I will just go slay that.
So but you guys, let's say for instance, if Melanie gets a gig on her own, she doesn't split with anybody on the team.
Melanie gets
That's
plenty
it.
of gigs on her own.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
Melanie
I'm not saying you
gets
don't. I'm just telling you that when you do get it, you're not.
Absolutely.
That's on you. That's only you.
That's me. But
See-
when I can, I also want to get booked with these guys.
Right.
So when I can,
We just enjoy playing with each other, like
love
playing along.
Right.
together.
Right.
DJing with
Our
each
other. Yeah,
energies
we just-
connect, and we work so well together that anytime I can play with them,
I told our team, I said, listen, guys, just because you're part of this crew, don't let that stop you from getting gigs.
Right.
Okay? If somebody calls Sam and says, I need you to play this gig over here, I want to book you for this gig,
Right.
whether it's Barry or wherever, and say, I'd like to book you for this gig. But it doesn't fit our kind of genre, our
Right.
specific type of thing. I told him, I said, dude, go take your gigs. We have a good DJ roster in our team that if he's going to play over there one night, but someone's looking to book us to play an underground party,
Right.
let him play with it
Right.
as his alter ego, and we'll go play somewhere else. But if we're not busy that night, we're going to go support our boy.
Yeah.
And it's got nothing to do with One Level One because they're booking Sam. Same
Yeah.
thing with Melanie. If they want to book Melanie, I tell our DJs, I said, listen, even though you're loyal and you're part of our family, if someone wants to book you for another gig as Melanie Sutherland, go take the gig. I'm never going to stop you.
Of course.
Good. That's good. That's
it's for the
you
greater
know
good of everybody.
Exactly.
perfect. That distinguishes between a good group and a shitty
Support
fucking
each
group.
other
Okay.
fully.
We
There's
support
Sure.
non-stop.
Look, you know how many
It's all
times
about
I've
the
been
support.
asked to come and play at a gig by either Takeen or Rob, and I said, you know what? I want to play. I'm into play, but I want my team to play with me because to me it was like I could do it on my own, and I have done it on my own.
Right.
But once I started playing with Pietro, I was kind of so used to having a team and teammates around me. It made me so much better to have that family big me up, and then for you guys to have family big you up as you're
Yeah.
playing. And I'm,
Right.
believe me, I was screaming at her, giving her a round of applause, and she was killing it for Maxine.
Oh yeah,
Like, you can ask him.
me and him were like looking. We were like, wow, she
we
is.
were cheering her on. We were.
Fuck, I wish I was
wilding
there.
Melanie, and
I wish
she
I was
knew
there,
this,
yeah.
and she was like, "I love you
Shit.
guys. Thank you for being here." That's the whole point of it. Like,
Yeah.
We're a supportive family.
Yeah.
We
unit.
just had the fire, and she just.
You just add
flame
the
just kept
gasoline
getting-
to her,
gas-
man. Just sit, fucking throw
she
the
was
fire on her, man. Oh yeah.
when Sean and I played for Roger Sanchez, we played at that warehouse party, and I was so thrilled to get it. And in fact, and I'm going to say this, Takeen didn't want to have a second room, but I told him, I said, listen, if you
So he didn't want to have what?
He didn't want to have a 2-room party. It was supposed
Okay.
to be a 1-room party. So we wanted to make a strong case for One Level One to be a part of that. And Takeen knew that because we threw a lot of parties at Wheel Room, we could bring a crowd. We promoted for Todd Terry, but we said we're down to play Roger Sanchez. So when there was enough interest generated in that party to make it a 2-room party, they put us down in the basement in the underground, and right then and there we knew what we wanted to play.
Right.
So Sean and I got booked for the first time together as a team,
Yeah.
like to play for somebody else's party.
Right.
And Sam came. And for some reason our USBs weren't working. But once Sam figured out and got my USB working, Sean and I were playing back to back on tracks, and Sam is egging us on. He's pushing us and going, "Go boys, go boys!"
Yeah.
Sometimes we didn't even notice that the crowd was losing their. Can I swear on the radio? They were losing their shit for us.
Dude, you didn't hear me at all today? Come on.
Yeah.
At one
Okay.
point, I'm like, because I was behind him, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, Paul, look up right now.
Yeah.
And like, it was just
It was ram,
Slam.
wall to wall people,
Yeah, I love it.
and all we
Love
played
it.
was classic rave remixes.
Yeah.
But Sam, when it was there was technical difficulties. we would look at Sam, and Sam knew exactly where to go, where to look, what to take care of, and he fixed it right away. Before, don't waste your time going to anybody else.
You need one of those people on your team.
Sam was there,
right?
But
because you have no fucking idea.
No, listen, I'm so lost in the zone. I don't want to think about, oh shit, my monitor's not working. Oh shit, what just happened? Sam was like right behind us, making sure that stuff was done.
You need that, man.
But then Sam said, "Yo, can I jump in and play a little set?" And I looked at Sam and I said, "Listen, I love you, bro, but this is my first time. This is my first time DJing at a big party this year, and we got a lot of big things coming. I promise you, you're gonna get your chance and your opportunity to shine huge. But let me and Sean just take it in a little bit for ourselves, because this is again the first time I'm playing with a partner at a bigger party, and then Sam took his role very, very seriously, and he helped us, and he was part of it. And all of a sudden I knew right away he earned his stripes, he earned his part to be there. He was a great DJ playing at Carnival. He played with me at Camp Wiggly. He's DJing at DJ Sneak Party. You know, it's like
nice.
He belongs with one level.
He belongs part of the team.
Thanks, guys.
That's good, but you need that. You need that, right? So,
but it's like the team was helping each other, cheering each other on at gigs that we're not even playing at. Like, I want to be at Melanie's when she plays at Beats by the Lake, but because it's Father's Day weekend, I'm going to spend time with my family. But she's playing at Wiggle Room the same night, so I'm going to go support her.
Look at you, man. Fuck.
Yeah, she's getting double booked.
You know?
Canada Day. Where are we playing? Fasaka?
We're playing double booked Canada Day.
Canada Day too.
Nice.
Fasaka with sneaking burritos.
Sneaking burritos, and then over at Wiggle Room. And then my birthday party here and I are going to be at Fasaka, maybe dropping some beats on the 24th, and then playing at the Wiggle and Proud event.
24th, I think I'll come by. I'll come down.
With the Cozy, and what's affected her is Essel, I think her name is.
Essel, in the UK.
Nice.
Tool Room. She's from Tool Room.
Tool Room.
Yeah.
Tool Room. That's awesome, man. Listen, tell me, I got to start with Sam.
Okay.
What's your most memorable performance experience?
Oh, there's so many.
What's one that really stands out and says, fuck, this was just,
Playing
it
in
blew
Italy.
me away?
Playing in Italy. Yeah, that was
Like, what were you doing there?
I was playing like everything. I was playing Italian music. It was just like you know, we have like where I'm from in Italy. We have little festivals. Like we celebrate
feasts.
saints.
You know, for sure, man. We do the same thing. I'm Italian here as well, man.
Yeah, so we celebrate a lot of saints and stuff like that. So it was just one of these saints, whatever party. And my uncle, he puts on these festivals all the time. So playing that was like 10, 15, 20,000 people.
Oh,
in these places.
fucking nice.
So,
Well, the town comes out, right? So that's right.
No, like not only that town, it's the whole like from other
All the
cities,
regions.
you know,
Oh,
everywhere. Yeah.
Sweet, man. That's awesome.
There's so many. I've been doing this for so long. It's like, so many gigs.
That's one that stands right out, eh?
Yeah, it was
awesome,
one of them. Playing with Radigan from the UK, David Radigan, opening up for him. That was because he's also one of my mentors.
Right.
I learned to play reggae music from him. Like,
nice.
Yeah.
So he's your inspiration for getting reggae going.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, I love
David.
reggae, man. I love it. I love reggae, man. Just
beautiful music. All music's beautiful.
It is. Don't get me wrong, it is. But there is something with reggae that, because of the language of love and the patois and how they speak to you and the music goes through you, and just I fucking love it. I mean, like from 70s,
oh yeah,
70s reggae, right?
Yeah,
love that. The new stuff. I'm okay. I'm good with it, but up until
90s dance hall.
It's
90s dance hall. That's what fucking lit the place up. Okay, and it still does.
Day.
Oh yeah, no
I
matter
will.
what.
I'll drop beats after beats from 90s reggae.
That was the best
dance
era.
hall.
That was the best
era.
Bashment era.
Oh my God, you do Shabba Ranks. You got like,
man.
of course, man, all that, right? So
music.
that is like that gets everyone going. So that's good, man. It's awesome. Melanie, tell us yours.
My best set that I've ever had, the most memorable one, was definitely warming up the decks for 2.5 hours for Maxine.
Yeah, baby.
Wiggle Room.
Nice.
She was the
Loved
queen.
it.
Fuck, man.
I
I gotta tell you.
That was just
That's good,
an
man.
excellent day. My mixing and everything, the energy I was able to put out.
Right.
Into
The sun's
room.
lined up, man. Everything lined
I
up for you,
thought
man.
It was a big energy exchange that day in the room.
Good
at
for
Wiggle
you.
Room.
Awesome, man.
I got to tell you, when she
Yeah.
came off that stage and she was just smile
I
from
was
ear to
high.
ear.
I got high.
She like that,
Yeah,
that
Right?
music.
Of course, man.
When they say music makes you high, it made her high.
Of course it does,
She walked
man.
off the stage, her body energy was shivering, and she's
Right.
like, "I cannot believe I just did that." And we are hugging her and telling her how proud we are.
You guys are freaking out as well. Like, holy shit, man. This is
Oh,
fucking
we were
awesome,
freaking-
right?
It was
So good, Dave.
And one of our friends, Janice, was celebrating. Shout out to Janice. Janice, she was celebrating her birthday, and her and her friends were right front and center, going, "Oh my God, Melody is killing it!"
Right.
We were so proud. I was like, "It was like, here's my." I felt like this was my daughter playing. And look at my little girl, man. She's just on fire, and she was killing it. It was such a proud
Good.
big brother moment, almost like it
That's
was
good, man.
Thank you, big brother.
I
There's gonna be
appreciate that little
listen.
sister.
There's gonna be more of those.
Oh,
times.
there's so many more.
so many more of those nights, man. How about
Let's
you?
wait for DJ Sneak.
For sure,
Yeah,
man.
that's gonna be my next
Up
just
there.
playing for Sneak. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There's a few. One was
What stands out the most, man?
there's two. There's two that stand out the most.
Okay.
One was Nuit Blanche when Pietro and I played in front of like thousands of people behind the Broadview Hotel when Takin threw his Nuit Blanche outdoor party.
Yeah.
He threw it in the back alley of the Broadview Hotel, and there were like thousands of people walking around that hallway, and we were told to dress up like eccentric. So Pietro and I, we kind of looked like Daft Punk without being Daft Punk. We had these masks on, silver faces, all this white hair. We dressed in all white. Nobody knew who we were until the end when we took our masks off to show people, okay, we're Paulo Pietro. And we were on fire, and the crowd was just eating it. They were dancing. They were loving us. And and I told Pietro, sometimes it's good to be quiet in the background and then show your face after the vibe you created.
Yeah,
when
man.
it's just about
Yeah,
over,
for sure.
let people know that, hey, this is it. And then the Roger Sanchez party. And the reason for that one was I almost retired at the end of the summer last year. And then when I said, hell no, and I made that decision thanks to,
Thank
influence
you.
and love from my family
You can't
and my
quit.
friends.
You can't
There was no
quit,
way I was going to
Paul.
quit
Come
while on
on.
top.
Right.
But sometimes when you have to deal with so many things that went on during COVID and so many things I had to deal with, you have to decide whether or not you really got to take a break and decide what's important in your life. And I decided, hey, listen, I got a lot left in the gas tank, and I got a lot left to prove. Even though I don't have to prove it to anybody, I still have a lot to prove. I'm always trying to prove something to myself.
Yeah.
And when the opportunity came to play for Roger Sanchez, I looked at Sean and I said, listen, man, you can come with your set, but I know everybody else is going to be playing tech and techno. I'm going to bring the classics back. I don't give a fuck what everybody else is playing. Some of these DJs I really like and respect. Shout out to Shannon, shout out to you and I that were playing downstairs. Shout out to Random Doug that was playing downstairs. But I knew that I had a mission. I wanted to prove that I belonged in this room with this crowd at this party. And we all worked our asses off to not only prove it, to sell tickets, because after Wiggle Room, we were the number one ticket sellers, which blew us away. It was incredible how good that party turned out. But I had a lot to prove that I deserved to be in a room with these people. And when Sean and I, it was just by chance that Sean's USB wasn't working, even though thanks to Sam, we got one of them working. For me to play some tribal, some Saliva Commandos, because we're big supporters of, shout out to George Aponte.
Big up to George, man. Big up to George.
And but then I played the rave remixes. Groove is in the Heart, Darude Sandstorm.
Yeah.
We played High Life by Basement Jacks. That crowd, I said, screw it, Sean. This is the tech set. Throw that away. This is the rave
Yeah.
classic set that I wanted to play. Let's fucking play that. We dropped Women Beat Their Men, Submission. And the crowd was just losing it
you took 'em
downstairs.
back. You
I
took 'em
took them back.
back.
And when you're slapping the rafters and people are banging the steel and all we hear is whistles and screams and people coming up to me saying, holy shit, man, I fucking love you. You are amazing. To me, that was, I fought so hard to get to that point. I worked so hard to get there. And previous years, I was always put in a position where you're not good enough, you're not good enough, you're not good enough. But to showcase that, or to show people that, yeah, I'm actually good enough to be in the same room and mention the same sentence with all these other cats, I you know, that to me was the highlight of my career, and I know that from there I still want to put in the work, and I still want to be better on improve myself as much as I can. But that was to me so far the highlight of 2023, and that was pretty much the number one jam I've played at in my whole career, because it wasn't just the music, it was showing that, hey, I deserve to be here. I worked hard to be here.
Right.
And don't overlook me, don't overlook our crew,
Yep.
because we're still going to be around. We're still going to prove it to everybody that
The rocket launched.
yeah, the rocket launched.
man. That's it.
The rocket launched at the Maxine
Oh,
party.
yeah, that's what the
That's where it launched, but it exploded at Roger Sanchez.
yeah.
That's
And
good.
she just keeps
Flying, man.
She
Just keeps
keeps
flying.
flying.
That's good.
Every day.
That's good. And here's what I think for Toronto. We have a ton of great DJs in Toronto, and I think that before it used to be like it was so common that if you talk to a DJ in the UK or in the US, they say Toronto is fucking like they got the coolest spots. It's the hottest spots for music and for DJs. We lost some of that. I'll tell you right now, because you can see it. It's everywhere. It's not just Toronto. It's everywhere. Like whether Chicago, New York, it doesn't matter. UK,
yeah.
they're all starting to come back. But I think for Toronto, I think that we can, we get back down to the grassroots of it, and we, like you guys all stick together. We all stick together. I'm like I'm always supportive of you guys. People I enjoy. I'm always behind you guys, and if that's the case, then we have to work together to make shit happen. Even bigger level of Toronto, like fucking go big with Toronto, like not just just you got to go big, okay? And
We're going big.
I know you're gonna. Hey, listen,
We are.
do you remember when I was this close to launching the Toronto House Music Festival?
Yep.
Okay, I had grants of, like, I had everything. It was all ready to go. 2019, Ontario Place. We're gonna fucking launch it, and then COVID hit. So all the industries, all the grants, government grants, art grants, they're all there to produce, to bring on these festivals, these organizations. They're giving away money for this shit. Okay, my point is that we need to focus on getting you guys, the DJs out there in Toronto, surrounding areas, just throwing amazing parties, and just bringing back the DJs that were here, that were, even newcomers. Like,
Yeah.
I'm all for newcomer DJs. I'm all for the young cats that want to come up and do DJing, because that's we had mentors that were older than us.
Pay your dues.
Of course. No, nothing is given. You work your.
It's totally different.
You
now,
work
but
your
pay
fucking. You
dues.
work your ass off.
Pay your dues.
Listen, the cats that want to work, you're gonna find them. There's cats that don't want to work and they want to just get everything handed to them. Okay, and this is where my next conversation was to go to, is that I'm not going to bring back the House Music Festival as of yet. I'm actually going to bring back for next year. I'm going to do more of a DJ conference. Okay, more mentorship. For young crowds that want to become DJs, or current DJs that want to know about other DJs, and full network of DJs that are coming around the world. So I've got people from everywhere that are interested. I'm just putting the feelers out. It's it'd be at a hotel event, and it'd be a weekend thing. You'd have like a DJ spinning in the opening lounge area, and you have different areas where different genres. You can have hip hop, you can have reggae, you can have house, and you have DJs. It doesn't have a big name DJs, just people that are experienced, that want to show, that want to give back to the community. That's all. Well, I'm all about, right? Just having people, and I would love to have you guys be part of that, just to give, inputs and
love to.
I know you guys would be, and I appreciate it.
In fact, Melanie's mentoring people now.
I just
She's
mentored
teaching
someone
people.
yesterday. Shout out to Rebel Sosha.
Perfect.
And,
See, I love that.
I'm
love
also
that.
a huge supporter of Katie Barrington, who's
Shout out to Katie.
Katie
Oh, yeah.
Barrington's
Nice.
amazing.
Awesome human
everybody.
being.
Awesome. I'm good. That's good. And this is
Keep an eye out for Rebel Sosha. She's coming up.
perfect. And listen, I love the younger people below us. Not young. We're all young at heart, but the younger people that are below us that are getting into it, like G Money's daughter. Okay, Deandra.
Dee.
She fucking started off from just taking photographies for her dad, and her dad taught her, and And then I had her on my podcast, and she's I should find out what she's doing now, but and I also brought another kid. His name is Matt Johnson. Is DJ Madfro, and he was DJ Madfro, and he basically is more. He produces now, so he does more production stuff. So he had a choice to go, whether he wants to DJ, whether he wants to produce. And there's people that are stuck saying, are they the same? Are they not the same? Is music production, where it's at? Where's the money at? Well, the thing is that you work for your money. So you work, if you want to do it, you work hard at it, you're going to make the money.
Yeah.
So I love the young crowd, and if they're into it, then we give them the time of day, and you'll have no problem talking to somebody who wants to be like a 18-year-old, that wants to become a DJ. But there's people that buy $5,000-$6,000 worth of equipment, and they're in there, and then all of a sudden like, okay, why is anybody calling me? I want to DJ. They think they're all DJs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're fucking going the wrong direction, dude.
No, you start from the bottom, you work your way
Right?
up. That's how I started.
You have to, man.
I started as a wedding DJ, working as an assistant.
Right.
For Funky Joe.
We all did. Funky Joe. Oh my
Funky
God.
Funky Joe, man. That
Jesus.
was my first gig, wedding DJs.
Wow.
And,
You're still around, eh?
I'm still around, but I think the son's running it. But the father was the one who I learned at 17 when we were playing tech decks. But I didn't even touch any systems. I was there helping to set up, helping take apart.
Tear down and put up. For sure.
Tear down, pull up. But I had to learn the industry.
Of course.
And everybody has to start somewhere.
Right.
You don't, like you said, you don't just buy $5,000-$6,000 worth of gear and say, okay, I'm ready to play.
Yeah, I'm a DJ.
I'm a DJ.
I'm a DJ, right?
I'm a DJ.
Like they think that because they have the equipment, they're the DJ. It has nothing to do with it.
Oh,
just
he's had to deal with people like that. She's had to.
Oh my God!
I had to deal with people like that.
And that's what we try to. And when I say we, like I talk to a lot of young DJs that say, Dave, I want to come on your show. I want to do this. I want to talk about this. I said, okay, well, tell me what. Give me like 5 reasons why you want to come on the show. Like, what did you do? Oh, I just I graduated. Awesome. Okay, what about you want to become a DJ? Yeah. Okay, so how many gigs you got under your belt? Well, maybe 1 or 2. So you just talk to them at a certain level. Say, okay, listen, George, it's great. I'm glad you got the passion for it, but you got to work for it. You got to work hard for it.
It's a lot of hard work.
It is, but and social media can get you there in a heartbeat, and it's free fucking advertisement.
Absolutely.
Okay. And social media can go in a good way and it can go in a bad way. But if you are dedicated and you want to make yourself known out there, social media for me fucking is 100% works, like top to bottom. Okay. Whether like I'm not big on TikTok. I mean, I don't have time to do content 3 times a day, every single day. And there's people who do, and they make a fucking ton of money. And I get that, but that's dedication. Okay.
Can I chime in?
Yeah, of course you can.
We're actually launching One Level One Radio tomorrow, and our first guest mix will be Rebel Vibes.
Yeah, we had. It was actually supposed to launch on Friday, but YouTube, they got some shit out of kids. So
that's good, man. I was gonna get into that, talk to you about that. Right?
Yeah. So, but it's everything worked.
Yeah.
Would you like to be a guest on Houses of Feeling?
Yeah, we will.
No, I'll be there. I'll be there.
For sure.
For sure, I would love to, man.
Drop.
She's all about the DJ drops now.
There you go, for sure. I love that.
The way you brought it up is you got to be in control of your social media. You got to have it down packed.
Right.
Let's put it this way: the Facebook page, I control the Facebook page.
Right.
Melanie controls the Twitter, and Sam does the YouTube.
Yeah, I'm just taking care of the.
Everybody's handling different parts of
That's
the
good.
group's
It's awesome.
advertising
I'm
through
glad you
social
guys can
media.
all take
absolutely.
grasp of different things of it, opposed to one person doing it all, because it's
We all have our
tough.
strengths.
Yeah,
Of course.
absolutely.
Of course.
By sharing responsibilities,
Right.
it gives us that enthusiasm. Okay, listen, I'm gonna. She's blowing up the Twitter right now with our one entertainment. Sam is taking care of the YouTube channel. Once it takes off, there's going to be a lot of DJs that are interested in sending us mixes.
Yeah.
Because Melanie and Sam have reached out to a bunch of people, and they're all like, "Yeah, I'd love to send you a mix."
Right.
And of course, the main page, which is through Facebook, that I've been controlling, it's just building up and building up. There are more people getting on that page, following us, checking out our events. But if it wasn't for social media and how we've all adapted to take care of certain aspects of social media, we wouldn't be where we are today. I will tell you right now. Like,
of course, I mean that's how we get our name and our music out there, right? And I think it is essential, regardless of the bullshit politics that happens with that. And like I do like I do my Monday night shows, I'll do it live. I use a program like this particular program here called Melon App. Okay, this has the ability to multi-stream to different platforms. Okay, it's different than Restream. This is way better, so you can control.
What's this one called?
Melon App.
Melon App.
Now it's called Talk Studio. It's actually bought by Streamlabs.
Okay.
So this particular program is fantastic. You can multi-stream to, like I multi to my Facebook group, profile, Twitch, YouTube. Okay, but then Facebook, obviously they cut me off because of the mainstream music, and I get all that shit. Okay, YouTube, they actually. It is weird with YouTube is that if you start playing music, they do a little copyright strike on you, and they will, they cut you off, or they just put it aside. They don't air it. But I've been playing more. The music I've been playing is like not copyright. I just write in my description that it is just free will. I'm just out there playing. I don't own the rights to these.
Yeah.
They haven't taken anything down. Okay. So all of a sudden now you start building your follower list by putting proper hashtags and all sort of stuff in it. So what I'm trying to get at is that YouTube is a very good platform for that. Twitch is good. Twitch is super fucking saturated right now. Like, super saturated,
especially during COVID. Like,
okay. Well, we all got into this, right?
That's all we had.
That's all we had, right? That's all we had. So,
but remember this: in Toronto, it was Hubert really controlling the Twitch channel with Control Room. Control Room was really the only thing that was on Twitch the majority of the time.
Well, hang on a second. It was me and Hubert.
Yeah, well, okay, you can say that. That's fine. But you got to think about it. In Toronto, Hubert was a little more.
No, big up to Hubert. I'm not taking away what he does.
And then when COVID happened, everybody else jumped on Twitch,
of course,
because it was the easiest.
Of course,
thing
but look
to
at
do.
it now. Okay,
it's oversaturated.
It's oversaturated, and I'm not knocking any DJs that are on there. I'm on there. I'm not even looking. I'm not even on there to make any money or get subscription. I'm not even looking at that shit.
I'm just on as a spectator. And
I
that's
like
it.
I like to listen. I like to watch. I watch Rob DeBoon sets. I do.
Holy, that guy's an animal.
He's the
That
best.
guy is-
36-hour sets.
Dude,
He's
he's
just insane.
I was talking to him the other day, and I said, "You're fucked up, man." Okay, like,
Yeah.
like
But
fuck,
God
I don't know
love
how
that
you
guy.
fucking do it. Like,
Yeah.
After 3 hours standing, I'm like, okay, I'm done.
you know what? I'm exhausted if I do whatever. He does that, and I commend him for that. So, but that's what he does.
That's what he does full time.
That's what he does as a living. I get that, totally get that, and I respect that. Right? Like, I can't balance that up.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to get at is that to go back to your radio on YouTube, are you doing video or are you doing music?
Well, right now it's just it's just audio, so I just put a little art.
Mix shows.
Yeah, it's just mixed shows.
But not video, just
yet,
music,
not
right?
yet, not yet.
Now,
not
what
yet.
exactly do you need to do, Sam? Like when you're
I gotta
dealing with
just
video,
I just take
snippets of video gigs
no,
that
I
we
just
do.
take so someone sends me a mix.
They send you an hour-long MP3 mix.
Well, no,
Yeah, I gotta-
I
I gotta
understand
convert it
that,
to
but
video.
like when let's just say we're all playing at a gig
Yeah.
and we do some video.
Yeah.
Would you be allowed to on YouTube put
Sure,
that up
sure.
as part of our channel, saying
I just have to. I would have to bring my my little walking studio.
Okay.
So the reason why I'm talking
Yeah.
about this is because like I can give you all the resources you need to do to make this work.
All right,
Like
sweet.
it's not
Thank you.
it's not rocket science. It's easy. I've done it. Stick with it because the YouTube is honestly, man. I love YouTube because it's just that you just gotta stick with it. It will discourage you, but you just gotta beat them, and there's no problem. They'll back off, right? So I have no problem helping out. If you guys need anything, if you want
Yeah, it's
apps or
also
programs,
this whole one level one radio. It's just we have a lot of DJ friends,
Yeah.
right? So we just like helping them,
right? So
promoting
what's the
them.
purpose of having this radio?
Just for DJs to that want to be heard,
Right.
Because not everybody could play out,
Right.
Not everybody gets a chance. Like I'm just very shocked because I listened to a lot of DJs on Twitch, and amazing, blew my mind.
Of course, man.
And then like they're just now, where are they? Like they should have used that as a very big marketing tool,
Right.
to promote themselves. And now
Sure.
I'm just like,
Not everybody got that lucky. I mean,
Yeah.
look at Junior Lopez, who you had on your show.
Yeah.
Yes,
His
Big up
Twitch,
Junior, buddy.
My
his
homie.
I love
Twitch
that guy.
shows
Yeah.
were unreal. And he was right. I kept bugging him for years, even while he was playing on Twitch. When the industry opened up back again, yo, bro, come play for me. But it just so happened that one time when Saliva Commandos got sick with COVID and I needed a replacement, he was already coming, and I called him up and said, "Listen, Junior, I know this is not the intro back to the scene you want, but I need you, buddy."
Yeah, I remember that
And that's when he came back and blew people away, opened the eyes of many. But he was really good on Twitch. But had he stayed with Twitch and not taken that opportunity or that chance, who knows? Like, really, who knows?
Listen,
But
some people use it as a means of escape. Some people use it as try to make a few bucks out of it. Some people are like, hey, fuck, you know what? If I get 5 followers, I'm fucking okay. You know, whatever, right? So it's an avenue for whatever direction you want to go with, but it's super saturated, and I totally get that. There's DJs that we still stick together and watch, we support. 100%.
Rob de Boom.
yeah, Rob
Man,
the
that guy's
Definitely.
G Money on Sundays.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
G Money.
Henry
That's the tribe.
Cartel
Yeah,
on
Henry
Tuesday
Cartel.
nights. So yeah, I mean, like they're out there, they're great. I mean, and they're enjoying it. It's working for them. I talked to G about it. And he's doing okay with it, man. He's got some followers, and he's an animal on that mic. He's just fucking. He's so hype, and he's
fun.
love it.
so much fun.
Like
Yeah.
Winston Thomas was on his show on last Sunday, and playing a great set, and there's G. And he's fucking drinking. He's loving it. He's like I love that vibe.
I wanted to play G's place for such a long time, but getting up at 4:30 in the morning to go to work is so tough.
Yeah, and obviously he's at 9 o'clock till
Yeah.
whenever, right? But
Can't do it.
no, and even with me, like I do 10 till midnight, and I'm just doing it just to record for my Mixcloud. I don't care. Like I do care who wants to see it and wants to see it. So the added bonus is just like turning the camera on. Normally I'm just recording it for my Monday mix show for Mixcloud, and that's it. So I'm having fun with it, which is great.
Yeah.
But these guys, we're all having fun with it, which is fantastic.
Yes,
But so on the radio side, are you having as continuous live, or are you just going to upload?
Right now, it's just I'm just gonna upload mixes of
So
DJs.
yeah, so you're just
and
going to
then
do
eventually I want to do the whole live thing where
Yeah.
like an actual live, like so say. You just,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like you can you can do it. Obviously with mute. Like you'll see if you look at YouTube, you'll see people that are on there live, and you see music that's live and it's 24/7.
Yeah.
It basically is just somebody that has their computer on all day and all night,
Yeah.
just playing music. Video
I say with
music.
defected, with defected, like
Right,
they
that's
have,
different. That's fucking. I love that.
Yeah, they have it going 24/7.
And I love that. And that actually is that is actually all pre-recorded, except there'll be some live ones that are in there that will do it. And I love watching because their cameras and the it's just amazing. The camera, they got 4K cameras. They got drones coming in, and like that's a different level, But listen, I love you guys of what you guys are doing, and trying to bring the network and bringing DJs together to bring great parties, because you're bringing love, you're bringing music together, and
That's what it's about.
that's what it's about,
Inclusivity.
right? So. And that's why I agreed to have you guys on, and Paul, you and I were talking about coming on, and I was just trying to find a day and time, and and it's like, okay, you know what, let's fucking do it. I think this I know you guys, so I don't have to research anybody. I know what you guys are about, so I thought let's just shoot the shit, talk about what's going on, because I think you guys have what's going out there, and July 1st, man.
Oh,
Can't
Well,
wait.
there's
Can't
stuff
wait.
going on before that, so let's
so
talk about
excited.
what's going on.
Okay.
Melanie will
Okay.
fill you in as to what's going on this coming weekend.
Okay, so you know what? Yes, that's part of my thing. Was tell us what projects you have coming up.
Here's our up and coming events. So this Saturday, it's June 17th. I'll be DJing at Beats by the Lake with Hatieras, Space Disco Records by Hot Dish House.
Nice,
Thank you.
nice.
There's Cosmic Cat.
Yeah.
She's on there.
And then in the evening, I will be doing Cyberpunks with a bunch of other female DJs, and it's at Wiggle Room.
Nice.
And then we have DJ Sneak coming up.
Hold on.
Oh,
You
I missed one.
you missed
You
one.
missed one.
Your birthday.
Oh, Oh, Pride.
Saturday, June
yeah.
Saturday,
How
June
could you not miss
24th. During
Pride?
Pride. There's 2 little parties going on.
Yeah.
I'm celebrating, and I will say it. I have no shame in admitting my age. I'll be turning 53 next Saturday.
Wow.
Fuck, you guys are young, man.
Wait, listen. When I look at
telling you,
some
it's the
people
vino.
who say
It's the
that
vino.
hey,
The
that's
vino.
right?
Vino.
Vino and
Yeah,
house
some more
music.
going.
Vino, good vibes, and house music.
Right.
I look at a lot of DJs that are my age and older, and they're still killing it. And
Yeah.
I
Of
said
course,
to myself,
man.
I'm not too old to be.
No,
doing what
man.
I
Never too
love.
old.
I'll know when it's time to step away, but man, that day isn't now. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
But next weekend I'll be celebrating my birthday for soccer for my friends to know. Like 8 o'clock, Melanie and I might drop an impromptu set there.
Yes, we will.
But then we end
You
up
heard
at
it. You heard it.
Wiggle-
They're gonna fucking play. Okay.
Wiggle and Proud that night. Melanie and I play with Essel and DeCozy, but we're actually warming up the decks for Essel at Wiggle Room
Nice.
at the Wiggle and Proud party. So if those were looking to join us at Wiggle and Proud, come by. I got hugs for all of you for my birthday, and I got to play with my homegirl here.
Nice.
I will do a back-to-back set. And then Canada Day. See, this is something I've wanted to do for the longest time, and I shout out to Rob DeBoom. Rob DeBoom
Thank
and
you,
I've
Rob DeBoom, for
you know,
this.
big thank you to Rob DeBoom.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
Rob and I've worked together for years. He's played at either of my events or I've played at his events. But when we started our City Never Sleeps brand, I've booked Rob a couple times to come play, and you know he's a valued part of the team. But then he reached out to me and asked me if we were interested in playing the Sneak Party. I said, dude, you don't even have to ask. We're all over it.
Oh, my goodness.
So,
Especially you.
oh yeah, the last time DJ Sneak was in town was at the Palais Royale
Yeah.
on Lakeshore, and he put on a hell of a show. What a DJ! This guy but he's such a good guy when
Right.
you meet him
Humble.
up close.
He's the top.
Humble.
And he is so
humble.
grateful for his fans. Like you can have a conversation with him for a half an hour. He's just going to chill with you. He's
Nice.
such a good guy. And we get to DJ with him on Canada Day at Wiggle Room with Sakine, Rob, and Gio, and then like Sneak's putting on a 3-hour set. It's gonna go. It's a 4 a.m. extended bar time. Like that place should be rammed for the underground gangster. It doesn't
will be
stop
sold
there.
out.
It hopefully it'll be. I'm pretty sure it's going to be sold out, but it doesn't stop there. July 15th, we're DJing with Robbie Rivera.
Yeah.
Classic OG house music
Yep.
artist.
Big up.
Robbie
Yep.
Rivera is coming to do his makeup date on July 15th. August 20th, but it hasn't been announced yet. But
I don't know
we
if
are,
you should. let me just
I know.
slow
Let's
down.
just say there's a gig coming August
a boat
20th.
cruise.
It's
The
a boat cruise
with
Okay.
a big,
More
big,
info
big name
comes
in the
soon.
game.
It's gonna be great.
We have made it very clear that hey, listen, we're here. We're here to play.
Right.
We're not considering ourselves big dogs, but we're hard workers, and we've proved that we belong in this game
Right.
just with everybody else.
Right.
So we got booked for this boat cruise. There's a gig happening in September. There's gigs in October. Then we just got so busy with gigs through all of us separately and as a team. Our next City Never Sleeps party won't be until December 2nd. That's how busy we've
We're
been
booked
as a
all
team.
the way until the end of the year.
Fantastic.
All of us,
Yeah.
all
Fantastic,
members
man.
of
That's
One Level
awesome,
One,
man.
We're booked.
That's
almost
good.
We're
all
putting
the
in the
way
works.
through
We're
to
putting in the
December.
work.
Hey,
putting
working
in the
hard,
work.
man. You're working
Yeah.
hard at it.
And
man.
you have to.
When you put in the work, you reap the benefits. They say,
Right.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
so-
man. For 100%. 100%. I mean, that's listen, guys. It's great. I mean, you know, you're letting us know what's happening, and now is there like a website they can go to or anything happening on that?
Website.
Front?
We haven't created a actual like.
We suggest
dot
going
com.
to our fan page.
Yeah,
actually
just come
on
to our
Facebook,
fan page.
One
Okay.
Level One. That's our fan page.
It's
or our
easier to
Instagram.
deal with our social media fan pages than it is to create a website. Like, look, if we had 1 million followers where we could justify having a website to get them all in so they can see separate links, I get it, no problem.
I disagree, man.
Well,
you don't
hold
need
on.
1 million
Listen,
followers, man. You
let's
could
put
just
it this way.
We're foot soldiers.
We
We're
have
good.
foot soldiers, but social media and word of mouth is what's
All right,
getting
listen,
us out there.
and that's grassroots, and I love that. I totally get that. I mean, I think fan page is way to go because it builds credibility in the algorithms and the analytics of social media. So, people search, music entertainment groups. You start to come up in the ranks when the people start.
Well, if you
adding
type
in
in
there.
Google One Level One Entertainment, you're going to see a lot of various things through social media, how to get
Sure,
in touch
man.
with us.
Of course. And like I said, social media is a free way of doing it, and it's powerful tool, man. So I commend you guys for for sticking together, and guys all get along, which is great because not a lot of people get
We
along.
love each other.
We're
Right?
family.
Music, that's it's a familia. Music brings you together. So, and I like it. So, one last thing you want to talk about? Anything you want to say? You want to promote? Want to big up? You want to just say I'm going to be here? Any shows coming up?
I don't know. Just follow us.
Yeah.
yeah.
The radio side, I think I'll put it up on my links afterwards.
Yeah,
and,
we'll get in touch because I'm gonna need your little.
Oh no! Listen, I mean, I'm here to help out, man. I love that shit. Like to me, I love.
I'm pretty
helping
techie. I'm so techie.
That's why it'll be
when it
easy.
comes,
It'll be easy just flowing through what you want to know.
Like I
and
never
I'll
heard
tell
of this site that you use or whatever.
It's
amazing.
fantastic. You can put overlay stuff on it.
Sweet.
And Sam can fix laptops, eh? So if you ever have
Yeah, I went to
laptop
school.
issues, this guy's a master.
Yeah?
Like I said, I'm techie. I went to school I'm an IT software and everything I've done.
Fuck, you've done it all, man.
Yeah, I'm a jack of all trades.
There you go, man. Listen, I'm glad you're on the team, and
I'm glad too.
and I wish
Thank
you guys,
Paul.
I wish you nothing but the
Paul.
best on that part, man.
Anytime,
You know,
Remember the Rocket. The Rocket Lodge.
That's where we're
Rocket
going.
Lodge.
Melanie.
I just want to thank you for having me, Dave.
Hey, man, it's my pleasure. I'm so happy you're here.
It took me a while, but I'm glad
you're in my studio.
for
You're
nudging me.
listen. I'm always gonna bug you about that.
Anytime now.
in a good way. Like I know when you said, "Listen, I'm not." Then I still
There's a
I gave you
time for everything.
I
This
still
is
give
the
you little
right time.
nudges. I gave you little nudges, and
Thank you.
so I did it because it wasn't to benefit me. It was just we just talk and get out there and be open about shit, right? So.
I
In a good way.
appreciate it. Thank you for supporting.
Yeah,
me.
it's just-
Even
she's-
pre-1 level 1.
Yeah,
It's
she's
just funny when you hear in the mix. Like she was like, "Oh, I don't want to do a sample or anything." And when I actually let her hear back what I did to her voice,
Oh,
she's
man.
like,
Hello.
My DJ drops.
Wow.
Hello.
You know what?
Now she's all about it.
I love
you
DJ
see?
drops now. So anybody want to call
You
me
know,
for a DJ drop?
There
I'm
is listen, you should promote that, man, as a little bit of a
Does DJ drops.
Oh, yeah.
as a little set, a little cash on the side there, man.
No cash. I do it for free.
She does.
Okay, for
Replace the
now.
one level
For
one.
now. For now. For
Listen,
now.
she gets paid for the DJ gigs, but stuff like this, she does.
Listen, but it's no different. But I encourage it. Like, you go to like Fiverr.com, okay, and you can get, like, I used to do voice drops. I used to pay people to do my voice drops like $50, and I would get like 10 of them, right? So it's like. And like I would just type in what I wanted to
so
say.
like almost like a dub plate for reggae,
Yeah,
You just
like,
you type.
yeah,
If I
that's-
say, okay, this is DJ Dave live in the mix, whatever, but and then I said I want to have an English girl or Australian girl or whatever it may be.
There's actually sites that do that for you. That you just type what they want, and they'll repeat it back to
Right.
you, and you record it.
And
or
I
whatever,
I
but-
send out and it's like cost me $50, and it's like, and I think that was a pretty good deal for all this. So I'm trying to say is that don't underestimate yourself. If you think it's good, man, you fucking
Do you
go
wanna
with it.
drop right now? You're now listening to Dave Tomasetti on Noisy Chair.
I love it. Look, I think I got the shivers on that one. I love it.
Hold on.
You want a moment there, Paul? You want a moment or what?
Just
Sweat a
wait
little
till
bit
you
on
put
that
some
one, man.
reverb on it.
yeah.
All right, listen. I and Paul, for it just like it's no different than you having Cucina de Paulo, and you talk about your picks that you go antique picking, that sort of stuff. I actually am intrigued more about I'm intrigued about what they're doing, but I have a feeling you got something there on the picking side of it. Okay, buying and selling, finding good stuff, and I think you should brand that, man. Like you should fucking brand that as part of it.
I want to incorporate that into the One Level One YouTube channel, so you can see different sides of the team, other stuff they like to do.
Of course, man.
Besides just being part of
This
One Level
reggae set is brought to you by
One Level One,
right, and then you show what you have. You say, "Hey,
Exactly.
check this out," and then click here to buy it.
I'd like to see that happen. Look,
What do you like? Just fucking do it, man. It's so easy.
But it's progress. You got to learn to walk before you learn to run.
Hey, man,
You-
I
you've
get
walked-
excited.
You've walked.
I've been a
You've
picker.
been walking.
I've been-
I
long
get excited
time.
about this shit.
I was
Start
a
running,
picker since
you know.
2010. Got back into the scene in
Yeah.
2011.
Oh, I got something for you before you go.
Oh my, yeah, I can't wait
So.
to see it. But yeah, that to me is like it's treasure hunting.
Yeah.
It's a side hobby that actually has been doing really well
Yeah.
for me. So I continue doing that because it's all about the hunt, and I've found
It's your joy.
it's a joy. Like
It's your joy.
treasure hunting is a joy.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
And
It's
some
like
of the pieces that I find that I paid just pennies for
Yeah.
are worth hundreds, if not thousands of dollars.
That's it, man.
You know,
Do it.
You see videos of other people doing it and finding treasures.
Do it.
I actually do it, and I take people out with. I took Junior out with me picking, and he couldn't believe the stuff I paid pennies for was worth hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
And he was like,
They're out there.
You know, I've always wanted to go with someone and do something like this, but I never thought that I would
Yeah.
be hanging out with you doing it, Paul.
Yeah.
And it's a joy. It's it's fun. I do it during the morning. It like kills time.
Dude, I'm telling you,
up
I
at
love
5
it.
o'clock in the morning.
I know,
on
but
Saturdays.
listen,
what
but
am I gonna do?
I know, but the thing is that's a type of shit it's an avenue of revenue, man. That's what you got to fucking deal. You got to do that. Like I would have been all over that shit, you know. So
You
I
can
mean,
come with me anytime. These
listen,
guys know.
I don't have
wake
an-
up that early. You
I don't
wanna
have
come
an
out picking with me,
I
you're
don't have an
welcome.
eye for it, but I appreciate the materialistic part of it. Like I love seeing old antique shit. Like I love it. Like I want to put more in the studio here of that stuff. You know,
Well,
It's-
if you've been to my place, eventually you're more than welcome to come to my place. Half the stuff that's in my house, from vintage electronics to the antiques you see, I've picked.
yeah, I love it, man.
And
I love it.
It's crazy. So a lot of people are like, "Where'd you find that?" Oh, I bought that at $1. It's like worth $300-400, and I
Yeah.
just display it like it's nothing. I'm like, there it is.
Yeah.
So I'm happy. It's a joy. Look, as much as I love DJing and
Yeah.
promoting events,
Yeah.
that's another side joy of me.
Of course, and I think that's what you should use as a filler. I'm telling you,
Well,
man.
look. If you want to compare us to someone, like look at Gary V. That guy's made millions of dollars garage sale hunting. Gary V. And he's a motivational.
I don't know who
speaker.
this guy.
Well, look online under Gary V. The guy's a
Okay.
motivational speaker, a garage sale hunter. He's huge. Like I think he's got millions, if not millions, of subscribers, and he's a garage sale nut on Saturdays. He's a garage sale hunter. And he's been doing that for years. I've been doing that for years, but more of a low-key basis. Because social media, I didn't really... A lot of people back then would look at garage sale and go, who wants that junk? But now, even my own father's like, hey, when are we going garage selling again?
I'm telling you, man. Listen. That's another time of another story. When you make it, for sure, we'll talk about it. But no, listen, guys. I really appreciate you guys coming down to the studio.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's been fun. You know, just wanted to talk about, you know, the podcast is about, you know, the business side of it, you know, the music side, life in between, you know, what you guys have been up to. And I think I just want everyone to know, I want people to know what you guys are about. And, you know, I'll put on the links later on in the show where they can find you guys and go from there. And if any DJs want to put their mix sets, they'll reach out
just
to
get in
you.
Contact 1level1radio@gmail.com.
You know, for sure, man. For sure.
Send your mixes and we'll...
Absolutely. And you want DJ drops?
There you go.
Naughty.
There you go. So, and anything you want to do with promos or you know, for parties that are coming up, talk to Paul, talk to anybody in their team. You guys are very well connected. So, thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it, and it's been a
Thanks
pleasure.
for having us.
Thanks for having us,
And
Dave.
it's been awesome.
It's
so
been real fun.
yeah, man, I appreciate it, guys. Till next time, guys. Thank you for the podcast, the Noisy Jerry podcast.
Peace, everybody.
And we will see you next week. And hopefully you guys check us out on YouTube. We're always there, everywhere. So episode 211, man, 211 episodes
Wow.
so far. So it's been great. So
Wicked.
yeah,
Awesome.
man. So
Congrats.
thank you so much. And guys, thank you. We'll talk to you soon. And peace out. And